I did not know this book was coming out, and I happened to be on TikTok and I saw Jeremy Clarkson getting very emotional about Andy Wilman, who is the long-time executive producer of both Top Gear and the Grand Tour. And I think he's now on Clarkson's farm as well. I could be wrong. And my first thought was the way he was talking about him was he died and he was sad and emotional and recalling memories. But what it was actually about is that Mr. Wilman wrote a book, which is this one, Mr. Wilman's Motoring Adventures. And it's essentially a behind-the-scenes look at the last 20 years of working in TV with Jeremy, James and Richard, and the transition from from Top Gear to the Grand Tour, and all the bits in between. We learn about Mr. Wilman's own life, and the whole process behind making the Grand Tour, essentially. And it is absolutely fantastic. It's a thoroughly enjoyable read. Some of the stuff in this book made me laugh out loud. Some of it made me grateful that it's not just me that thinks people take things too far these days. I'll give you an example. When they were making the Grand Tour, or preparing to make the Grand Tour, Amazon said to them, look, we want you to basically make Top Gear as it was, but not in such a way that we get sued for it. Which we all kind of assumed that that was what they were going for anyway, when we heard about it. But it came down to things such as, well, you can have a track and you can have a racing driver for the track, but the racing driver must speak. Because of course on Top Gear, the stake didn't speak. And you can have a lap time board, but Jeremy's not allowed to handwrite the times on that board because he did that for Top Gear. And it came to the point where one of the American lawyers said to Mr. Wilman, we've noticed that James May says "oh cock" a lot. Do you think that we could be sued for that? Because is that intrinsically linked to Top Gear? And he had to say, you're being ridiculous now. This is just James. And it's filled with stuff like that. And it was such an enjoyable read. It got into my top 10 of the year for books. It was just so enjoyable. I read it in like 2 days and it was 400 and some odd pages. Very good. Even if you know nothing about Top Gear or the Grand Tour or Jeremy or anything, I still think you'd find it interesting. You know, I didn't know it was coming and I'm so glad it did because it was brilliant. So now all we need really is for him to write another one. So Mr. Wilman, if you could get on that please, that would be great.